Hey everyone, I'm Kathy LaPlant, Israel. I'm going to start with a little bit of background information about me. I'm a single mom that raised 4 kids by herself. I started school at Texas State University to get my degree in family child development and decided that I wanted to be a social worker instead. There have been many ups and downs in my journey, but all of them have led me to where I am today. My purpose in life is to help others. I take pride in giving others the tools they need to achieve their goals. I want to share what I have learned, often the hard way. I want to make sure that the people I serve have a fighting chance. Through all of my ups and downs, believe me, there were a lot of them, I had to find the courage to keep on moving and going forward. I had to keep being a role model for my children. I was going to lead by example. I work in social services and have a passion for helping others. I help people find and use their resources. I give them the tools that they need to be self-sufficient. I help them, give them the courage that they need to be who they are and be successful. The only way to help others is to continue to grow and learn. I love what I do, and I know that the only way to reach more people is to continue my education. Once I graduate from college, I want to be a department manager and eventually a director of a social service organization. I have often come to a point in my life that I thought I would not get through. I learned long ago that I couldn't sit and wallow in despair. I had to pick myself up and move forward. These are all things I share with others. Sometimes people have to be reminded that they still have a purpose and can get through anything. One thing that I've learned is that crap happens, and it happens all the time. Many of my roadblocks created changes in my plans. I reassessed my situation, talked it out with friends and family, coworkers, and then plan and make adjustments as necessary. I was recently let go from my job. I knew it was a possibility, but I still had hope that they would be willing to make accommodations for me since I was moving. When I realized that they were not, I had to make adjustments to my plan. Instead of getting angry or upset, I set on my way to create a better situation for myself. It took me a really long time to realize that if I took time to be upset about everything and let it get me down, I would never get anywhere. At some point, I realized that everything that I've gone through was for a reason, and that it was to be able to help others. I have learned a lot from my experiences, and I share what I have learned. When I moved to San Marcos in 2015, I had no one. There was no support system, no one to lean on, and no one to talk to. I had to create a network. I began with volunteering at the Housing Authority. There I met some wonderful people. While working at the Housing Authority, I met some really great people, made really good friends, and created a support system like no other. They all in their own way have influenced me and encouraged me to be a leader and a success. My volunteer supervisor became my work bestie and was a huge influence. She inspired me, listened to me, allowed me to figure things out on my own. We made a great team and collaborated well together. The resident service director was amazingly kind and supportive. He helped guide me by allowing me to make my own choices, even when he knew they were wrong. He was there to listen to me and guide me. He allowed me to create and be creative without judgment. The resident services assistant director was a great mentor and a trainer. He had patience to spare. He would help me anytime I would screw up and just remind me that I needed to slow down. All of them together created a support system that I so desperately needed in San Marcos. I think one of the most important things I have learned is to balance my energy. I have advocated for self-care for a long time. If you are not in a good place physically or emotionally, you cannot care for others. Balancing what you can and cannot control is difficult, but very important. I have led from a position of authority for most of my adult life. Often I did this from a place of emotion. When I started school, I realized that I needed to stop doing everything for everybody. I had to stop and listen. I needed to allow others to grow as well. By doing for them, I was not helping them. There are times when I have to remind myself that there is a purpose to what I do. There's a reason. Often I feel as if I am not reaching enough people. By being a leader, I can accomplish this. The better leader that I am, the more people that can be served. I know that I will never end suffering and struggling for everyone. If I touch a few lives and they share the knowledge and they lead others to success, I have created change in my world, and that may just be enough to bring balance to my life. My accomplishments are not all my own. I owe them to people that have supported me and guided me and led me in the direction of success. Without them, their knowledge, and their leadership skills, I would not have grown into the leader that I am today. Stephen Covey has been an inspiration to me for more than half of my life. At almost all crossroads that I have faced, someone has quoted him and reminded me of how to become a success. I'm going to leave you with a little something of his. The key to success is dedication and learning. Never stop learning.